Wednesday, everybody. So sorry for the late start. I wish I could say it was my fault, but my air conditioning broke less than 30 minutes before stream was supposed to start. But it's fixed now. I called the maintenance folks and they came over right away because it's over 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside in Florida today, and it's considered actually like a medical level emergency if you don't have air conditioning when it's 80 degrees or over out, because you can literally die. So everything's good now. We're here. I'm gonna be a little goblin in my shorts and my tank top with my hair up and all messy. I'm sweating to death. I'm slowly getting over it. So we're just gonna hop right into it now because I am so excited for tonight, you guys. Oh my god. So we're gonna jump in and introduce our lovely, wonderful, amazing, ultra talented cast. We're gonna start with the top left of everybody's screen with Soul.
Hey everyone, my name is Soul. I use they, them pronouns. And this evening for you, I will be playing Synarch Fangbreaker, Inquisitive Rogue Plus. I don't have anything coming. I have a Hunters game coming out on Dax's channel, where I played a really shitty, funny Sharkman, and you should watch that when it comes out.
We love Sharkman. I can't remember the order we normally go in right now, so Charmy.
Hey, I am totally prepared. I'm Charmy, also known as Captain Charmy, various places around the internet. I will be playing Aurora Incineratus, the Fire Genasi, Hot Girl, maybe no longer Disaster, we'll see. And we both use she, her pronouns.
Thank you. Moving on to Aki.
Hello, I'm Aki, or Aki I'm Feeling Fancy, pronouns are she, her. My Uber Eats order got fucked up, and that's what I'm dealing with right now. That's what you guys saw me dealing with right now. I'm playing
Stank face Aki.
Dayu Silverhair. Who the fuck am I? Bunny Bard Necromancer also uses she, her pronouns, and together we're really upset.
Moving on to Mari. I'm so sorry. I will fight Uber Eats for you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mariana. I also go by Lagrimosa with a 0 on Blue Sky and other places. I obviously play in D&D and I draw. And I play Nikita Ayaga, the Wood Elf Barbarian. Yeah, heads attached now. We're cool.
Next up, Alyssa.
Hello, hello. I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Revelation, our Aasimar Circle of Stars druid, who has been brutally maimed by one of her party. But it's okay, because she's reaching her goal, and everything will be paid back in full. Rev uses she, they pronouns.
I love this for you. And last but not least, hello everybody. I'm Mandy, or the Mandy, all over the internet. I am your humble dungeon master, weird little goblin keeper of said dungeon, etc., etc. My pronouns are they, she, or any pronoun said with respect. This is my channel. If you don't know who I am, why are you here? My name's on the door, guys. So my name is on the building. I don't know. I'm so fucking Delulu today. So tonight's gonna be really interesting. So a quick recap. It is the heat, although it is getting much cooler in here, and I'm very happy. A quick recap, a very quick recap, because we're starting late, of last week, or this week, blah blah. Aurora and Nikita reunited and had a little moment, had a nice little talk. Synarch gave the druids a scarf for the baby and a note about Valdin awakening for his sister. And then the party continued on their journey, where eventually they had a little stop on their way reaching the summit, or almost reaching the summit, stopped in a little area, a little carved out area next to the path to get some refuge from the wind and the snow, the bad weather nearing the top of the mountain, and experienced something astronomically strange and wonderful. A being stepped down from the sky. Not just any being, but a tall, spindly, feminine Cyclops, who apparently could see the future and read the fates of everyone in the party, and took some time to individually assess each and every member of the party, under the guise of having a conversation, under the guise of testing them to see if they are worthy to go to the summit. The fact of the matter is, you can't really test someone you already know everything about. So, they all had great conversations, I would say, for the most part, with the Oracle, whose full name is yet unknown, due to it being unspeakable by mortals, or incomprehensible to mortals. And she very peacefully had talks with each of them, gave gifts to some of them, and offered some words of advice in some cases, kindness in others, warning in some of the future ahead. That's why we call her Baby Girl. Yeah, exactly. She is Baby Girl. We will no longer call her the Oracle. Whenever I say Baby Girl moving forward, you will know I'm referring to the mystical, god-like Cyclops that you met in the last session. And at the very end of our session, the party was approaching the summit of Mount Ceres. And with that, I would like to give everyone an opportunity before the celestial event that is due to occur happens. As we all know, this event is... Uh-oh. Did I lose you guys? Nope. I accidentally closed something. We're all good. Everything's fine. I just minimized something by accident. Ignore me freaking myself out, everybody. I was like, oh no, I broke everything. This is your chance to have conversations with one another, possibly even revelation, prior to this event, which you understand is so extremely important to your friend and fellow party member, Revelation. This is something she has been very adamant and very eager about. It is clearly so dearly important to her in every way. And this is a very good chance to talk to them ahead of this event, or talk to each other, and about your feelings about what's happening, in regards to what is happening, and is about to happen. So with that, I would like to turn things over to you. You have, I'll illustrate a little bit where you are at, to kind of help set the scene a little bit here. You have made camp just shy of this cropping of rock that's a little bit flat at the top. There are some jagged stones as well up there. You haven't stepped up onto the actual top part of the summit, but you've set up camp in like a flat area just near it so that you can just take a very short walk up to it when it is time. You have not seen any creatures or heard any creatures since reaching the summit. The weather in the last day since you have been here because you actually arrived. Let me see the actual date. I have it here in my notes. I just gotta figure out what page it's on. The date that you need is the 14th of Genjin. And I believe you are just a couple of days before that. Right now. Hold on. Oh my gosh. That's not right. Conka. That's right. Couldn't remember the name of my own tool. So in terms of the calendar, it is currently it is currently, I think, the 13th of Genjin. You arrived the day before. You arrived just in time. After the delays and the landslide, you still managed to make it. So, camp is set up, whether it's tents or the hut or whatever, it's your choice. But I will leave you with that. Does anybody want to have a conversation with anybody else ahead of this event?
Yes. I'm jumping in. I'm doing it.
Do it.
If there is an opportunity for Aurora to have a private conversation with Nikita, she does want to talk to her about what happened with the giant woman.
So we're private then, or
Yeah, it would be like
You guys can have a private conversation.
in a corner away from the rest of the group, but not like, completely separated.
Well, first off, there was no test.
There wasn't.
You too.
I mean, I asked her if I passed, and then she was like, she wasn't worried about it.
She said something
She
about
knew a lot.
yes, too much. So I have family in vouchers.
Like now? Like currently?
Maybe I should have clarified, but I assume so.
Did she tell you how to find them?
She said I would know them when I saw them. And it would be up to me to reach out. Which is, I have to think about that a lot. I have a lot of anger in regards to my family. I don't feel like they looked for me hard enough, but that might be just anger from my younger years.
They didn't find you, so you're not
No,
wrong.
they didn't. I won't know how I'll react until I see them.
Well, at least there's some time before we get to Countess. You can think about it. And maybe you'll just know once you see them how you really feel, Like if you go full angry in that moment, then maybe they should know about it.
I think I have a right to be angry too. Anyway, that's kind of far on the other side of where we are at right now, so... What about you? How did your conversation with her go?
Well, in some ways good, in some ways not good. Because I asked her about Dante, and says my sister is no longer as she was. She's gone in some way, but not entirely. And
A way to save her, or just different now?
I don't know. She said I would find her because I still want to, even if she's different. It doesn't matter. But I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know when. It won't be as soon as I wanted to.
But it's a lead, sort of, at least.
In a way. It's not the lead I wanted.
I know. I'm sorry. I was gonna reach out a hand to her to hold her.
Or holds her hand and then like climbs into her side. Snuggles against her. And says, but she also told me something really interesting. That if I let myself, I could be really, really powerful. Like a god powerful. And gods can bring back the dead. So if something happened to Dante, then maybe I can fix it.
I fucking love that fire of yours. I will be by your side the entire time. If you'll have me.
Yes, of course. I won't be able to do it without you.
I'll be there.
And I'm gonna do my best to protect you like you protect me. I haven't been using these powers very much for anything, and when I saw you fall, I could feel more power than I had ever felt before. You helped me get there.
You do a damn better job at protecting me or anyone in this group on your own than I do. So, do not. I see it less now, but again, do not discredit yourself. More people are telling you you're fucking awesome. So, I mean...
Thank you. I am awesome. And together we're awesome.
She'll give a smooch on her forehead.
And Aurora is very emotional and like has tears in her eyes, but is not full out loopy. She's almost happy. She's feeling a lot more than she has in a while, but it's positive this time.
I love them.
Okay. And then the girls make out.
I love this. I love this for you. Gay. Sorry, I had to add that in there as the DM. I'm legally obligated to call out when things are super gay. before we move on to the next scene, I would say something that strikes you in particular, Dayu, as a bard who knows a lot of lore about the world. You think about the month that this event is happening in. The month known as Genjin. You know that Genjin is named for the deity Genja Alakiri. Lady Luck, the safe haven, the winds of favor. And you think how interesting it is that a celestial event so important to your friend is happening during a month known to be sacred to Lady Luck. I just want you to know that that's something that crosses your mind as you think about the timing of everything that's happening right now.
Is there a way I can roll for you to tell me more about this?
Sure. Roll me religion. Religion.
18.
Excellent. Thank you for the gift sub. Genja Alakiri is a feminine deity. Her symbols are that of a 4-leaf clover, a golden horseshoe, or a hand with a coin in the palm. That is the most common figure that you see as it relates to Genja Alakiri. As many say that, coin in the hand is better than one somewhere else. You often see effigies, little statues, necklaces that have this figure. Sometimes the hand has a 4-leaf clover in it instead of a coin, for those who are not as into the money aspect of luck. You do know that she rules over several domains, as many deities in the pantheon do. She is one who rules over the domain of arcana, of knowledge, tempest, and most famously, trickery. Luck is not always good. Sometimes it can be bad. Sometimes luck is just luck. But in relation to this, being of perhaps a slightly superstitious sort, if I may be so bold as to say, you do know that each month of the calendar, the wheel of the year, so to speak, is named for a deity or figure of some kind. If not a deity, there are months that are named after Archfey as well. And each month contains events, even though this celestial event is not a holiday, each month contains events that typically have something to do with the deity that the month is named for, or something that they favor or are related to in some way.
Do I know, in my immense bard knowledge, of any sort of important event, or why this month in particular is her month? I mean, like, go get it, girl, get your coin, but like also
Yeah, so I think it's the only event, the interesting part about this month, in fact, which you may actually find amusing, is most months on the calendar have some kind of holiday or some kind of festival. And very few do not. For example, Firasen, the month of Furos, does not have any holidays whatsoever. The month Esheran, for the god of knowledge, also does not have any holidays, because the god of knowledge does not covet things like that. They care only about knowledge. It is unofficially a good month for pilgrimage. But other than those two, the only other month that has no holidays is, you guessed it, Genjin. it is interesting that a unique celestial event is happening during this month.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, before I do the thing that I want to do, I might.
Oh, please,
poke-
by all means.
Yeah. The thing that I want to do doesn't necessarily require any RP.
Okay.
But it's just something I should state that I'm starting to do for the sake of, like putting it down in canon.
Yeah.
Side note, can you guys hear the wind
No?
at all? Okay, thank God. The thing now the other thing. I want to poke Rev without poking her. I have telekinesis now. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think so we're probably in the hut. Dai always is cooking. Unless I don't know, unless Kazu kicks her out or somebody else wants to take over cooking duties. So I'm gonna use my mage hand, which is a part of my telekinesis now, and poke Revelation, so that way I can start this little convo here.
I mean, this is
Revelation.
just a feeling, right? It's not a hand, or is it a
You
hand?
see it. It's
You,
mage hand.
yeah, you see it.
Yeah.
You feel as though
Yeah.
you see it. If it's coming at you from the front or the side, you definitely see it. If it's like a tap on the shoulder, it feels like a person tapping on your shoulder. If that's the case,
Yeah.
I'll let Aki illustrate what that looks like though.
Yeah, it would be a much larger hand than Dayu's. For like y'all's reference, Dayu's just taking her Oni's hand and poking it, but she's not summoning the full arm or anything like that. I can technically control if it's visible or not. In this case, I'm gonna make it visible so that way you're getting poked by me and not by like God or something. Like it's just will poke to get your attention.
She'll turn to look at the hand and then turn to you.
Come here. Come here.
A little suspect, but Rev will approach.
We're getting really close. And I've thought about it for a little bit. Do you know, like, whose month this is?
What do you mean, whose month?
The months are, named after different gods.
Oh, that. I guess I haven't really thought about it much. Why?
So it's, we as a group have kind of been perhaps favorably unfavored or too favored by the gods. So I was just thinking about it, and this month is the goddess of Lux, which I'm hoping only means good things for you. Like maybe this is like you doing the event is like super important, and then you do it and everything good happens and it's very lucky for you and it's very favorable in your outcome. But I don't know. She's the goddess of luck, and sometimes luck doesn't favor anybody. Does that make sense?
Luck is luck, it's neutral.
Exactly.
I'm not relying on luck for this, Dio.
I know, but I'm just talking about the the outcome. I'm worried that it'll be not in your favor.
You get all the way up here and you want me to not do it?
No, I want you to look out and be aware of your surroundings.
Have I been negligent in that?
But even people get excited for things that they want to do. It's easy to tunnel vision.
I can assure you that I'm on very high alert for whatever it is that will happen and whatever impact it will have.
Hey, do you want me to pray for you, just in case?
Rev pauses, trying to think of a nice way to say absolutely the fuck not. And I think in the end goes with just I'd rather you didn't. I don't need the intervention of any more gods in this.
Okay, that's why I asked you first. I hope this is good. I'm gonna go back to cooking. Quietly worrying.
Yeah, Rev will walk away, I think, to go sit outside the tent for a little while.
Can I bother Rev next? Oh, sorry, but
Ew, I just want to say, and the thing that I actually want to do at some point in this night is I have a book
You do.
that I found from Holligate
Yes.
about necromancy.
Yes.
And I'd like to start it at the very least so I can kind of understand a little bit more about what I did.
Can you remind me again the title of that book? I gave you so many books and I can't remember what's what.
Yes, I believe this is Magia Historia volume. I'm not good with my Roman numerals. Like 11, I don't know.
Okay.
No, 16? I don't know.
Okay.
Practical 14. Practical applications of necromancy.
Yes. Yes, 16. Magia Historia, volume 16. It is volume 16 of 20, I'd like to add. There are 20 Magia Historia books. Will I release the titles of all of them? Absolutely the fuck not. Maybe after the campaign. Yes, practical applications of necromancy. Roll me a D100. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Roll me a D20. That's less, it's less of a pain in the ass to just roll D20.
Just flat?
Yeah, just flat. It's just for my brain, mostly.
Um, 14.
Okay. You make pretty good progress on your first read through of the book. I know we're not going to roleplay this out super hard, but I just want to give you like a general top down of what you understand from reading like the table of contents in the first little bit of the book. This book discusses preparation of bodies for the purpose of necromancy or of living being parts for necromancy purposes. It also has sections that are about ingredients used for necromancy, types of spells, and the history of necromancy in like the beginning section. So a lot of the beginning is like, you know, like when you read a textbook and a lot of it is the preamble before you get to the meat and potatoes of the matter. That's the part that you read, is the introductory bits. Some of it is stuff that you already know about because of your specialization as a bard. Some of it is more interesting in that you are not as aware of it because it's delving into wizardry. In Dungeons and Dragons settings outside of the Mistlost world, what you would understand to be like really dark kind of magic is framed in a more neutral way in this book. Frequently it involves like the ethical use of bodies, people who volunteer or consent to being used for such purposes upon or after their death. The book does strongly discourage the dark arts, which is, you know, killing people and sacrificing them in order to do this kind of thing. You know, think like the typical version of lichdom, where it's very dark and many people have to die for your purposes so that you can get all the dark magic shit. This is not like that. This is more science-based. There is magic in it, but a lot of it is, though it is quite macabre, it's not that different from talking to spirits in the way that it's described, and that's what you get so far. Because when you think about it, it all depends on the culture you talk to and what their death rituals are. And it's not necessarily good or bad, depending on your culture.
There's gonna be one more thing.
Shout out to Central America. Yeah, what else?
I'm gonna let Sin do their RP first, because I'm
okay.
And then we can come back to me because you said something very specific, and I'm like, well, now.
Okay, Sin, what you got?
As soon as Sin sees what happens, I think he's been taking care of Dirk and making sure that everything is like looking good for the future, and the connection that he now has with Dirk, that's beyond before. I think he was just sort of like, you know, like doing like a nice little whetstone, watches that whole thing happen, gets up and just sort of walks out to go check on Rev.
Okay.
Just sort of
Yeah.
look out.
Yeah.
I think you find her sort of. Is the hut like a dome?
Yeah, typically it's a dome. Inside it's structured a little differently because of all the flavor text that
Yeah.
Aki puts into it, but outside, yeah, it's a dome.
Yeah, so I think you find Rev sitting on top of the hut.
Sin easily just sort of like steps onto and feels weird about stepping onto the magic, and then scrambles up to sit next to Rev, and is just like, is this seat taken? Is trying to be very goofy.
She will just sort of scoot over a little bit. I think drapes open her cloak to let him cuddle in if he wants.
Oh, for sure. And he happily just sort of snuggles in. And in, you know, he has his coat. But again, there's that sort of weird sensation that he's not as warm as he used to be. But he doesn't seem that put off. As long as she's not put off. And then he's just like, you know, they can probably hear any discussion that we have on top of here.
Did you want to go have a private discussion?
I just wanted to know if you wanted to have a private discussion, potentially after that discussion.
I don't know if there's much to discuss.
Really, because it looked like you had a spoiled lemon tart for a second.
I'm not unused to people doubting my judgment.
That's a little negative for what I think was offered before, but I also understand yes, you're not unused to people doubting your decisions.
Rav sort of shrugs and turns to face him a little more fully. What do you think that was, then?
Well, if we pair what I think with what you think and look at the middle, we might find the truth. So, what I think that was Dayu being worried about you. And being a priestess. And I honestly think I'm the more correct one on this tug of war. But far be it from me to call you any sort of wrong.
Well, you can hold your view and I'll hold mine, and we'll see what happens.
That's not fair! Your hands are bigger than mine. Mine are paws! Barely evolved to have thumbs.
But so terribly capable. And quick, or so I've heard.
The fastest, even. And he grins and he looks Rev like right in the eye and said, I'm happy that you can laugh. You looked so lost after speaking with the Oracle.
Well, we're here now, and I'm not leaving. Not before tomorrow, so what happens will happen.
Better not leave. I want to see this celestial event.
I'm sure that it will be something.
Most things are. And he looks at her and he says, I think we've talked about this before. We've talked about how people keep asking me about our relationship. And I want to say that, come what may, you have always earned my trust. And Revelation, I love you.
There's a flash of guilt, I think, that you don't have to roll to see. When you say that she has always earned your trust. And the follow-up, the I love you, is, I think, equally as much of a punch to the chest for Rev. And she sort of pulls away just a little bit. Looks down to her lap. Says, have I earned it? Do you think that you even know me, Sinark? Enough to love?
Well, I know that you are ambitious. I know that you're easily frustrated when things don't go your way. I know that you're looking for something, for anything. I know that you're unlike anyone else I've ever met. In so many ways, physical, spiritual, personality. You're hiding something. You're pained by something, scared of something. I know that you've helped me on stupid adventures, amazing adventures, break into places, cause property damage.
She kisses you.
And he shuts up and he is so I think he laughs as he kisses back and sort of like tries to like make sure like bring you in closer of like tight and like even as he like tries to he's an asshole, so he tries to keep talking while you're kissing him. And this yeah, like he like breathless, he's like, and this, you, passion, everything, as he like tries to just, I don't know, he's trying to get it all out just in case.
She'll sort of pull back as you keep talking and say, "You're colder than you used to be, Sin. We should go inside."
I also wanted to say, before we go inside, that you don't have to return any of this. I'm not asking you to do that. I'm not stupid. I don't want you to not love or trust me. But I'm not forcing you to make a decision. I feel like everyone keeps pushing you towards that.
Maybe you should be asking for that. You certainly deserve it.
And he takes your hand then. And he stands up on the dome. And he's like, after tomorrow, tonight, trust me. From now on, trust me. Trust that I will do what I can to make sure that you're happy. And after tomorrow, whatever happens, whatever your heart settles on, I can feel it coming, something to a head. Love me. Please try.
It's not a difficult thing to do.
When you say that, something... He looks shocked when you say that. Like he's never really been told that. Like he's always felt like he's been the hardest thing to love in the world. And I think he sort of drags you up as fast as he can to like pull you like into his arms, and he laughs and he's like, "It's very easy to love you too." No matter what anyone else has ever told me. You are very easy to love, Revelation.
She'll just pull you in closer and kiss you again.
I love these two. This is so cute.
It's all gonna end so good. It's fine.
Yeah, it can
I'm
only
sure
end
it's
well.
fine. It can only end well. And I think I that's it for me. You
Yeah,
good?
we can call it two. Aki, I know you had one more thing. Does anybody else have anything before Aki does her thing? No? Because after this, we're going to move on to the celestial event.
I'm reading.
You're reading.
I'm reading.
Yes.
I see something.
Yes.
It makes me think for a second, and
Please.
after a few moments, I'm gonna do the telekinetic hand thing again and poke Nikita this time. This is just a really nice way for Dayu to get people's attention without her having to say anything, which is very convenient for her, but not for everybody else.
It's like the normal kind, but just like a disembodied thing again, or
Yeah, exactly. What is the
Got it.
Yep. I'll poke you. Tap tap tap.
she'll turn.
Nikita. So I'm reading this book. This book talks about the ethics of necromancy. And
Sounds
it talks
complicated.
about consent. And I didn't get that from you. But I brought you back anyways.
Oh,
I mean, I can't. If you, it's
Dayu.
weird. I was gonna say I could undo it, but I don't want to. But I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you apologizing for bringing me back from the dead?
Uh-huh. Because
Um,
not everybody wants that, or not everybody wants to go through something like that. It's so, and I didn't think about it like, if anybody else dies, I was gonna bring you back because I wanted to. but that's not the same, right? Because
Dayu. Anytime you can and want to, I will come back for you guys.
okay, but you're like, sure, it's okay, right?
Absolutely.
I
I'm
fucked up
thankful.
past.
It's fine. I don't care about that. I get to be here still with you all.
Okay.
That's a gift, Dayu. It's not a bad thing.
Okay. I'm glad. Okay, now do you all consent? Because this book's got me thinking things. I didn't think about it like that before.
She's gonna place a hand on her head and just like try to like pat her, calm her a little.
I don't. Once again, I don't belong to death anymore. So I don't know how that even works.
Yeah. Do you still want me to try?
Yes? Though I don't know, again, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Maybe I'll find out. Like if I read some more. Because healing doesn't hurt you.
Nope. Which I'm very grateful for.
Yeah.
Did you
could-
ask him? Or how often? I don't know how easy it is to contact.
He said it wouldn't be easy to contact him. I didn't think about healing or anything. He said that undead would have a hard time dealing with me, and that I don't belong to death anymore. Those two big things? And honestly, I was like, that sounds reasonable, but now I'm thinking about it.
Well, if healing ever starts hurting you, let me know. I can do necrotic energy instead. Like I have a thing for it. So
I say let's keep with the regular healing until that is not a
I'm
good
saying
option.
if it ever starts hurting you, just tell me.
Will do.
And the rest of you can start coming back to life, please. I actually need it. Maybe I don't go to school for this. It's making me think too much.
I mean, are you feeling any different, Nikita, since you were brought back?
No. As of right now, I mean, I feel fine.
As long as she continues feeling fine, I suppose that I consent to it as well.
Wait, do we all have to confirm? My mom will kill me if I die, so I definitely consent.
Okay.
Uh,
That's good.
Kazuhiko kind of peeks his head in because he was outside working. I also consent. I'll probably be fine, but just in case I'm not.
Yeah. No, that makes me feel better. I didn't
it's at
like
this.
thinking about.
It's a Bougie on Aurora's shoulder says, "What about me? Can I consent?"
Especially you.
You guys can't
Oh wait,
hear
I
Bougie.
can't talk to you. I can't talk to you yet. My bad.
Aurora, you hear this? Can
Yeah,
Bunny
buddy,
Lady?
of
Can
course.
Bunny Lady help me if I get squished?
Yes, I really don't want to ever let that happen, but I'll tell her just in case. Hey, Dayu, Bougie also would like to be returned to life if possible. I don't know if it would work on him, but if it did, that would be helpful.
Yeah. We can at least try, but yeah, if Bougie ever needs anything.
Nikita should ask Smar.
Nikita, you should ask Smar.
We're taking
She'll,
the
like-
bit this far, bitches.
She'll click a little and she'll like call Smar out.
He peeks his little head out like he's looking for treats. Tilts his head.
Oh, of course.
Big
she'll
flying
pull out-
squirrel eyes, all glassy and anime-like, looking at you. Food? He just squeaks.
She'll pull out like a dried fruit or nut thing that she has in her pocket for him.
Nyam, 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 nyam.
She's going to hold him in her hands,
He's looking up at you.
and she's gonna try to talk to him again.
There's so much love in his eyes as he looks up at you. You feed him. He loves you so much.
Smar,
Tilts his head and squeaks.
she's going to like try to channel like what she experienced again with her family, like the wolves.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And she's going to try to push a little, and she's
Yeah.
going to say, "Can you understand me?"
I would love for you to roll me. We're gonna call it nature,
Okay.
which is the same as your wisdom anyhow, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I know nature is int, but...
I got an 18. Plus 1, so 19. I'm gonna stop using this.
Okay.
Dunce.
Alright. So you ask him?
Yes.
You see a change in his eyes. Like, he understood what you just said. Like, actually understood you. And there's a little bit of intelligence there. Maybe not to the level of the hippogriff or the
Right.
wolves, but there's something there. And it takes a second, but the little chewing noises, the little quiet, little eepy squeaks, eventually says, "Nah, I'm okay."
You're okay.
Trees grow, trees fall. New trees grow. I'm just like that.
You want to be left alone?
He nods.
I am heartbroken, but I will respect that.
He, like, nuzzles your palm. Don't be sad. It's okay.
Well, you do a great job at running away when things get bad, so, and staying safe. So,
Can I have another snack?
of course. Oh, this is so great. Ask me whenever, please.
And in a short period of time, it goes back to the squeaking. But you hear him for a little bit. You understand him for a little bit.
With a kind of teary-eyed look in her face. It's gonna turn to Dayu. He wants to be left alone if he dies. So that's a no from Smar. It's part of life and how he understands it, which is crazy. Guys, I spoke to Smar. He wants to stay dead. That's crazy.
Wild. Baby's first words to you was, "I'm okay, Mom."
Let me say that.
But I respect it.
I respect it too, and it will not happen.
It will not happen.
Okay. Anything happens to me, please. Take care of him, or at least set him free somewhere else where he can take care of himself. He's very self-sufficient, sort of. He needs me to feed him. Someone feed him, please.
During this conversation, after this conversation, Malin kind of pipes up and she's like, I mean, you probably can't revive me because I don't have a body. But, you know, if you ever figure it out, it'd be kind of nice to go, like, actually physically see Mom and Dad.
Well, I'm working on it.
Don't, like, murder people for me to come back, though. That's weird.
No.
I don't think you would do that
no.
anyway. You're not like that.
I don't. Mm-mm. There's so many other ways to do it.
I'd rather you let my
Without-
spirit pass if you can't find a body for me. That'd be okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a few ways to do it. And I do want to try them, but like after the world's not this crazy, if I can.
She shrugs. I'm so used to being a ghost at this point, I don't really know, like... I don't know. If you find a way, cool. If you don't, that's also fine at this point. I don't want you to beat yourself up if you can't figure it out, though. I don't think most people have it figured out. Just promise me you won't blame yourself. Kazu says, absolutely not, because it wouldn't be her fault. He looks at you. And he gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay. I won't internal. I can't promise that. I can't promise any of this at all, actually.
That's fair.
I can promise to free you. I think I know what I have to. I think. I'm not keen on testing it right now.
Yeah, let's wait till we figure out all the end of the world shit, right? Like, that's kind of more important than me being stuck in a book. A weird book.
No, it's not, but sure.
I don't know. I think it's more important. I can live with being stuck in a book for a little while longer, I think. You get it? Live?
Live. Yeah.
Come on, if I can't laugh about it, nobody can.
Makes her a lifelong nerd. She's stuck in a book, guys. I'm good.
So I think we'll fast forward a bit. You have a long rest. I would assume a pretty uneventful day, waiting for the evening, waiting for the change in the sky. So I will say, as the day progresses, the weather, as if on cue, as if it was meant to be, clears up. Most of the cloud cover begins to dissipate. And you all know that there is a reason for this. Because the spring equinox happened just a couple of weeks ago. And the festival around that time signals the oncoming of spring. This includes Elysia. Elysia does have a more mild season, and this seems to be the first signs of that beginning. The Aurora Borealis that you saw before, peeking through the clouds when you first saw the Oracle, begins to start up, begins to materialize in the sky as things begin to change. The air stills. There is some wind, but nothing like before. And as the time arrives, Revelation, you are checking your star charts to make sure that you have the right time, that you have everything perfect, just the way it's meant to be, just the way you deserve. And you begin to ascend, walking up the stones alone to the summit. It is a short walk. You do have to climb up a couple of stones. It's not a difficult climb to reach the absolute highest point of the mountain. As far as you know, you're on top of the world right now, literally. And that's when it starts. Around the equivalent of 10 p.m., the darkest point of the night, you see meteors begin to streak across the sky. As the energy in the air shifts around you, watching this event, waiting for the moment you know has been prophesized from the moment of your birth. What is Revelation thinking about in this moment?
I think anticipation, hope, dread a bit. There's a part of her that's just waiting for that image of Furos to pop up and pull everything away. Because it's his, isn't it? He's the one who got her here. but also just wonder at everything that's happening. And the realization that she's in it and that this is the moment.
As you think about everything, every struggle, every obstacle, every doubt thrust upon you throughout this journey, every side eye and suspicion wrongfully thrown upon your shoulders, every cruel intention directed at you by the world, by your supposed comrades, by the fucking gods. You think about Furos and all that he has taken from you. And you begin to hear, oh so faintly, static. But it stays at the very edge of your periphery, of your perception. There's no smooth, patronizing, masculine voice in your ear. There's no shadow man here to tell you what to do. And that's when it happens. The brightest, bluest, blinding star. You see it in the distance, streaking in the direction of where you stand. And you know, in your soul, this is yours. This belongs to you. Can you please describe for us how you pluck a star from the sky?
Yeah. I think that we see Revelation reaching for it, starting at her toes, stretching upwards through her legs, her spine, those wings of light bursting out of her back and grasping out just like her hands, just like her heart, but it's not enough. It's fruitless, and there's a scream building deep in her chest, this knot of desire and soul deep fear that this is her moment, this is her only moment, and she's not enough. She won't be able to reach it. But instead of hiding it away the way that she always does, this time Revelation releases it. That scream of fear and desperate want. And it's not just sound, it's thin, shadowy tendrils bursting forth from her mouth, reaching towards the sky, and finally dragging the star down, like plucking an apple, a pomegranate, something full of life and irrevocable change, down from the bounty of the sky and into the horrible cage of her body. And I think that there is an immediate change. There's that restless light always shifting inside her, beating at the confines of her skin, but now holding that star to her chest, into her chest, pulling it into her. That light bursts forth from her back, and those wings, they're no longer the temporary, transparent, ephemeral things, but flesh and blood and still light. But the light is settled, just gently pulsing with the rhythm of her heart, and beneath the rest of her skin, too. The light has settled into the same soft, gentle rhythm. Just an even glow except for the thin, bright branches of scarring from Aurora, and, if you'll allow me, Mandy, for trails of dark ink on the back of her body, the restoration of a tattoo.
Absolutely. When you take this star into yourself, what does it look like? Do you eat it? Do you push it into your chest? What does that look like?
She pulls it through these tendrils that are expanding from her mouth and pulls it down to her chest and just holds it there for a minute. In her starry form, the chalice form, the healing one, there are pinpricks of light constellations throughout her chest, and she holds the star in the brightest place there. And I think it just sinks into her skin.
The rest of you watch as Revelation does this, and you see she cradles this impossibly brilliant blue-white light, and it slowly, as she holds it to her chest, cradling it like the most precious thing there ever was, slowly sinks into her form, into her body. And the transparent, glowing light of her wings solidify into flesh and bone and feather. A brilliant white, shining with pinpricks of light. The same constellations that adorn your skin also adorn each and every feather sprouting from your wings, sprouting from your back. There's no pain. There's no horrific transformation that causes you discomfort. It simply is. And as you float ever so gently down to the surface of the summit, to this platform upon which you stand at the crossroads of your life, it is then that you can see him. Still shadowed. A masculine figure with massive wings that you can see so much more clearly than in your vision, now that you know who he is. The Endless. Massive angelic wings that seem to end in shadowy tendrils that look almost like strips of cloth. And they cover the ground. The rest of you see this too. This figure is massive, practically filling your view of the sky as he kneels before you. His eyes, two pinpricks of light amidst this shadow energy. And you can see ever so slightly shifting in this black fog, this mist. Pinpricks of light peeking through. And he looks to you. My child. You have fulfilled your path. And now it is time to choose. And he looks over your shoulder, and if you dare to glance, there's another shadowed figure who does not have wings. A much smaller version of a man who seems to be kept at bay. It looks as though he is standing on, maybe not a precipice since there's nothing visually there, but he's standing a short distance from you rather than being right up next to you. And you realize it's because he can't get any closer to you right now than this. And this figure who claims to be your creator, your father, is also keeping a slight distance. And you hear static in the back of your mind. And you hear, "You must give me what you promised, Revelation. You're only here because I allowed it. Give me the star."
Her hand goes to her chest to that point where it melted into her body. And if he had been able to approach, she wouldn't be able to stand strong, I don't think. But in this moment, with her creator there and Furos unable to get closer, and the energy of the universe flowing through her in a way that finally feels balanced and right, feeling like her body is a home and is hers for the first time, I think, that she simply tells him no.
You watch as he grows in size, furious, shaking with anger, and he pounds against this barrier that seems to be around you. "Give me the star! Do not make me ask again. I have given you everything. I will destroy everything that you love if you do not do your duty. Fulfill your promises to me."
You've already tried to take so much from me, with nothing in return.
"You belong to me." And behind you, you hear the Endless say, "You belong to no one."
I think Rev sort of straightens up even further, glances back towards her creator, and echoes his words. "I belong to no one but myself."
You hear howling rage that echoes out so loud that it shakes the ground. But the figure of Furos disappears. You've made your choice. And you have banished him from this place. The Endless looks to you, my child. Though you are of me, what you do is your choice. And if you will allow, I will show you the many paths that are available to you. And he holds out his hand as if reaching for your forehead, but he will pause and wait for you to consent.
I think Rev pauses too, but remembering that conversation with the Oracle, that she asked for nothing in return and seemed to mean it, will consent, bringing her forehead into her creator's hand.
As you tilt your head forward, you feel warmth, almost as if a mortal hand is touching your forehead, ever so gently. And images are brought forth before you. You see echoes of all that should have been paths opened to you the moment you landed on this planet that was taken from you. You see a version of yourself in scholar's robes, reading tomes, seeking knowledge, learning magic of all kinds, not just one kind of anything that you want to learn, becoming a paragon of the arcane, of knowledge, of helping others to learn more about this world in the wake of the shattering, to let them reclaim that which they lost. The vision fades and you see another vision of you in resplendent golden armor, sitting upon a throne, a ruler of a nation, respected, honored, and by some, feared. You see another flash of you in darker armor, a conqueror, the destroyer of nations, toppling the unjust and fitting the world how you see fit. You see yourself again in another flash amidst others of your kind, of all different shapes and sizes, angels upon angels, beyond that you could possibly imagine, in another place entirely, another planet, another world, another type of city. Golden, tall, spiraling towers, monorails, golden clouds, giants compared to the mortals of this realm, gods compared to the mortals of this realm that you stand upon. You're wearing long flowing robes and your hair is long. And in the locks of your hair, starlight, a halo floating gently above your head. Flash, you are a beggar. You're happy in this world, happy to live off the land and explore, to immerse yourself in nature and find kindness from others and giving kindness in return, paying it forward. Though you have nothing, you also have everything. Flash, a fortune teller, an oracle, one that the lost of this world come to, seeking answers, only answers that you can provide, because you can see the strands of fate. The crystal ball that normally hangs around your neck, the focus, sitting atop a little platform as you scry into this orb to find the answers for those who need you. And one final flash. A more androgynous figure than what you expected, than what you're used to. And you realize that you could shape yourself in any way you want, be anything you want, wield whatever power you want, but all you need to do is choose a path. Do you want to harm or do you want to help?
Like that, it seems like an easy choice, doesn't it? She's spent long enough harming. She wants to help.
As you have that, if you'll forgive me, revelation, what is it that your new form looks like? What kind of clothing or armor are you wearing as you shed this form that you've been trapped in for 20 some odd years? You shed this magic that you never really wanted anyway and trade it in for something different. What does that look like?
The form itself is truly not all that different from what she's worn before, but it's the confidence that she has in it and the light settled beneath her skin instead of churning the way it has in the past. The wings are there still, permanent if not always functional. But instead of the white robe, the clothes that she used to hide herself, to hide the rot of Furos, the armor isn't quite as extravagant as the golden set with the crown, but it is heavy and shining. Almost like bone. And though she doesn't command the same magic that she did, the magic that she learned solely because druids were a center of knowledge and she needed knowledge to serve this god who she no longer feels beholden to. Her eyes are the same black with glowing pinpricks, reminiscent of her creator. But she's not distant in the way that she was. She is ready to fight and protect up close.
As you fade out, or I should say fade back in to the moment, standing before your creator, your father, known as the Endless, he says, "This oath is accepted. And he will, if you don't pull away, gently cup your cheek. I am glad you made the right choice, my child. The choice that is truly yours." And
What?
the tendrils kind of, they don't wrap around your body, but they kind of swirl around you in this moment. Do you say anything to your father?
She was raised under the shadow of Furos for 20-some years, and so there's the part of her that wants to ask, wants to pry what would have happened, what happens next, what's the cost, but I think that in the moment, all that she asks all that she says is, "I'm needed here for now, but after that, can I meet others? That place."
When you ask the question, you can hear the smile on his voice, though you cannot see his face. And he says, "Of course you can come home. Truly, you can do it whenever you want. But you were put here for a reason, and that reason has been chosen. Finish your quest. And no matter what, you will return home someday. All of us do." And as he slowly pulls his hand away from your face, you feel that warmth leave. And you realize he's really incorporeal here, though you can see him. You're not sure where that warmth came from. And in that moment, a flood of memories come back to you. Everything that Furos has ever taken from you, you now know again. Everything that you lost, that you were supposed to remember as you grew, comes flooding back. Almost like a trickle at first, and you think over time you will remember more. And as you have that realization, he says, I will do my best to keep the memories from being too much at once, for much has been taken from you. But you will remember it all over time. It all belongs to you. But he sounds a little wistful. I don't want it to break you. It would be too much to remember it all now. But if you ever have questions, I am here.
I've been waiting for decades for it. I can hold out a little longer.
The magic that he used on you was so strong. It took me that long to realize that you had been compromised, and I'm sorry for that. I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I'll ask for it anyway.
What's done is done. I just want to move forward.
As you wish. And you realize that you're not the only one. There are thousands like you. You're not alone in this universe. And as you say you just want to move forward, you feel a sense of acceptance, and he fades away.
Rev has been crying without realizing it since she reached to grasp that star, and now she can feel the tears freezing on her face and the weight of new, heavy, unfamiliar armor that feels right, but she isn't quite used to yet. And I think that her legs give out and Rev just collapses in the snow.
All of you watch this happen, and because you are not far from the summit, you do hear bits and pieces of the conversation. But as the large figure fades from the sky, you watch as Revelation collapses, wearing resplendent bone-like armor, and her wings are now solid flesh and bone. What do you do?
When Sin saw Revelation pluck a star from the sky, I think he screamed a cheer so loud that the cold air bit at his throat, and he had to shut up immediately as all the rest of this shit happened. And I think there was like that hold of like, she's got this. She's got this. They've got this. And then as soon as Revelation falls, that fucker is sprinting. Of like, okay, maybe she doesn't got this right now. And just running his ass to go and make sure that she's okay.
Yeah,
He's also not discouraging anyone else. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think that she will stay down, and in the past, she would have gotten up as soon as she could have, but she'll wait and accept the help, accept support as she stands.
Well, damn. I'm a really good gift giver, eh?
And she does still have that jar on her hip now, clacking against the armor, and so she'll look down and say, I think we may need to put it in something soft.
Yeah. Wow. And I think he like holds Revelation's hands and is just like, I'm sure everybody else is waiting for you too.
How is
Thank you.
everyone else reacting in this moment? I'm gonna call on Nikita first.
I think in witnessing all of this, Nikita cannot compute. She's just witnessing. And I think she's very much standing there in shock and just awe, watching Revelation. And then I think that spell is a little broken the second she falls and Sin runs towards her. And while still giving them distance, she kind of runs still. But yeah, she's just in pure awe and speechless.
Aurora, how are you reacting to this?
Aurora was focused mostly on the sky and the star aspect, and once the conversation started, she kind of looked back and forth in confusion, and it started to be more than she could really comprehend. But as she sees Rev fall forward and Nikita run forward, she runs forward too. And if she can get within 120 feet of Revelation, um, she will message to ask if she's okay. Just directly into her head. Are you all right? Should we come or should we stay here?
I think it comes in while she's sort of holding Sin, being partially supported. And she'll say, like, both into the message and then out loud, louder for Nikita and Dayu to hear. You can come over closer.
Aurora will pull Nikita forward.
Dayu, seeing all of this and then hearing Revelation call everyone forward, how do you react? You're muted, darling.
The whole time, I was doing my best to not pray because Revelation didn't want any prayers, but I'm a religious person, so it happens sometimes. So I was focusing on that, and then also being in awe of the star stuff because that shit was fucking beautiful. I think I saw colors I didn't know existed, and now it's in my head, and I'm gonna keep it there. And when I see the not short king figure, because I don't know if we are able to figure out who that was yet, but when I see him being unable to get closer, I breathe a big sigh of relief, because I really wanted this favorable luck to be on Rev's side and not whatever the fuck this was. And when I get that confirmation, I don't ruin the moment. I let whatever happens until I get the go-to to come. And then because I'm that bitch, I'm gonna run faster than Aurora, so I can go hug everybody. And just be like, oh, it was in your favor.
Maylin, though none of you can feel her, she also is hugging you guys. And I think Kazuhiko comes up as well. But knowing how Revelation feels about him, he refrains. Or has historically felt about him. Refrains from joining in on the hug, but he does look pleased that you're okay. So you all one by one get into this big dog pile and hugging each other, and this is your moment.
Nice
Thank you.
outfit, Rev.
It's going to take a bit to get used to, I think.
Yeah, Rev looks a little bit beefier than she did before.
Does anything hurt?
No, just overwhelmed a bit.
Are the wings like real now? How are you gonna sleep? You're a back sleeper.
It'll be like a body pillow or something, right? And I think that without her like input, really, the like multiple sets of wings sort of flutter and shuffle. Her body is not pleased with this assessment. Or maybe I'll switch to my front.
Ooh, knocked my
You
mic.
can make it. Maybe you can make it like come and drape in the front of you. I've seen some bats that kind of gargoyles. That's what I wanted to say. You know?
I don't think that I can hang from my feet with them while I sleep.
No, I mean the wings come up and like hug you like a blanket.
Kazu kind of you hear him like laughing a little bit, and he pipes up and he says, "If you want, I can make you a hammock."
Not a bad idea. Thank you.
He'll nod to you. Of course.
And I think there's something a little sheepish with Kazu immediately offering like practical, tangible help. And so Rev will say to everyone, I know that I couldn't tell you much about why it was so important for me to get here for this. I didn't truly know. But thank you for coming along and making sure it happened.
Thank you for believing in us, so we take you here, bring you here.
You look really cool. I think it was worth it.
Thank you. I do too. I think it was worth it. I mean, not saying that I look really cool.
Why not both?
It's fucking cold. Do you want me to put up the hut?
Do we just go down? Not today, not now.
No, I want
Yeah,
to be up here.
Did we want to teleport down or go back to the druids or?
I could put up the hut and leave like the top undone so we can just look up at the sky but be warm.
Should we maybe go back to the druids and get help teleporting down?
Isn't that what the scroll's for? I mean, I'm happy to see my sister again. But they'll have their handfuls, we have our hands full. If we have a scroll, the gate, we can probably just go back.
I don't think... I'm gonna look to Rev. I don't think I'm strong enough to do that yet. Are you?
I don't think I could have done it before, and I think it's even less likely now.
I suppose we should go get help from my sister.
Mm-hmm. You should see her again. It'd be nice. Now you can show Rev off.
You should have rub off before.
Again.
Yeah, you do it again. Should show off your partner multiple times.
And I think as you're having this banter and getting ready to bed down for the evening, watching the remainder of this meteor shower for however short-lived it is, we're going to take a break here. So everybody, we will see you in about 15 minutes. Wrangle your cats, have a little snack, get a little drinky, and we will see you in a little bit here. Bye everybody, see you soon. Hello, we're back. We had snacks. Yes, I see questions in chat. New art from Mandy for Rev. Time for another art session for new improved Revelation. I need a little time because I want to talk to Alyssa about aesthetics for the armor and things like that for the bust portrait for new Revelation. So for now, the art is gonna stay the same. I also need time because I'm like stupid busy right now. It will come eventually. I'll tell you that. We will have new Revelation art. I can't tell you exactly when though. But it will happen. Yeah, especially since I'm moving next month. We'll see. As long as Rev doesn't end up looking like RoboCop. Oh my god. Revelation is RoboCop confirmed. It is canon. ACAB. Yeah, that's all I can say. I'm so sorry. Please don't die. I love you guys. Okay, cool.
Mid-egg
So,
roll, come on.
yeah, it was a little aggro, wasn't it? Just because we're talking about cops, I couldn't help myself.
And I was saying mid-egg roll for me, like I was choking.
Mid-egg roll. I thought you said it was a bit aggro, and I'm like,
Nah.
yeah, you're right though, but also I'm not wrong. Man, now I want an egg roll. What the fuck?
Because you haven't eaten.
Yeah,
Because you're eating only popcorn.
Sorry, egg roll machine broke.
Yeah, chat, I forgot to eat dinner because I was distracted by the AC breaking, so I just have a little snack.
I'll literally buy you an egg roll right now.
I can buy myself an egg roll.
I know, but you're moving next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy myself an egg roll. If it's even open. No more Florida swamp butt. Jesus Christ. All right, we're gonna lock in now at that.
Real.
I'm gonna hit the squirrels.
Yeah, we're gonna hit the squirrels on the way out. Bonk, bonk, bonk. You have a nice, peaceful evening. Maybe talking about what your next plans are, or you can save it for the morning after you finish watching this spectacular celestial event, the meteor shower. And
We all hold hands.
And you all hold hands. Everybody hugs and sings Kumbaya around the fire. Not really. But you all have a nice rest of your evening of bonding and maybe the beginnings of getting to know each other anew. Each of you has changed and grown and matured on this journey in ways that maybe none of you expected. And I think it becomes more apparent than ever after tonight that you're all in this together, especially now. In the morning, the sun rises as per usual. And it is actually a sunny day. It is still cold outside, of course. You're on top of the tallest mountain in the world. We're in a very cold region of the world. But as you awake and have your breakfast and begin to pack up to move on, you discuss your next steps. So I will hand it over to you all on this sunny winter morning. What do you talk about?
After we're done asking Rev 15 questions about the nature of their wings and what happened up there and how they're glowing differently now, where's the next places we have to go? Like, where do we know to go? The wilds is all, right?
That's what we were informed. If they're not having troubles here, it's more likely that they're having troubles in the wilds.
I'm worried about the signs of festering.
Thankfully, they have a
Signs
dragon
here?
up here. Sorry.
Yes, but that confirmed what I was thinking, so.
Yeah. I am glad we are stopping by. Either way, check on them.
Mm-hmm.
Take any notes if they have it for the Kaligo Shire. It makes sense to go back to Okurai.
We should... If he hasn't gone himself, we probably should also tell them that Valdin is awake.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good time for me to bring up the map.
Yeah.
Mapa. Soy el mapa, soy el mapa.
Soy el mapa!
Say a mappa!
I know what that means.
Do you? Do you know what it means?
And I've seen Dora in Spanish before.
Qué lindo. Estoy bien orgulloso de usted, mi amor.
I understood 2 of those words. I know enough through
So-
French to figure out it's all good things.
I love
Safe
you
way.
guys. I love you guys so much. So, looking at the world map, you are literally on top of that very, very giant mountain at the very top of the map. You know, the Veil of Night is the center of the massive continent that makes up the known world. And the Amaru Wilds are just a short distance away through the eastern mountain pass from the Veil of Night. Theoretically, in order to get to where you think you know the place of power is, it wouldn't be too terribly long of a journey to get through this section of the Amaria Wilds. Welcome, Raiders! Thank you, Another World Tabletop.
Hello, hello.
Y'all just missed the most epic shit.
True
A
cinema.
revelation.
A
We may dare
revelation.
say.
A revelation, if you will.
Don't look at me like that, Charmy. That bitch named herself.
Okay, but also she changed her outfit. How about that?
That's true, she did change her outfit.
That's true. That's true. There was peak fashion here.
We had outfit changes, chat. We had all manner of wildness. We'll give a quick recap before we get back to talking about the map. If you intend on watching the series from the beginning, plug your ears, I guess, for the next minute or so. The party finally reached the summit of Mount Ceres, the highest point of the known world, to witness a celestial event, a meteor shower that has been the goal of this entire arc, at which Revelation finally met her creator, banished her oppressor, the evil god known as Pheros, the Lord of Lies, and transformed. Though the overlay says that they are a druid, they are now something else entirely, having given up all levels of druid in exchange for a different sort of class combination. One of which the chat has figured out quite easily. Paladin is one. The rest will be revealed in time. Oh, did I mention that the power of the universe flows through Revelation now? That's pretty cool. Because Revelation is literally an angel. And now we are the morning after this event happening, including a stark personality change from Revelation in the positive direction, where there was fearfulness and suspicion and even animosity towards some of the other members of the party, or really just others in general, for misunderstanding her in that she had been mistreated so poorly throughout her life, especially by Pheros, has now taken a much more open-minded, open heart approach moving forward. And so, as you all sit around, have your breakfast, your coffee, your tea, you roll out this map across the table and look at your possible destinations. So, for the benefit of the folks at home, they are at the top of that big mountain on the very top of the map. Their goal, their next location is that white star in the middle of the map, the capital city of Okurai, the capital of the Veil of Night, which is the country from which the party hails. So I will let you guys get back to your conversation now after that little interruption. My apologies.
Above table, do we also have
Yeah.
a place of power in Fouchus, or is it just the Amaria Wilds?
There is a place of power in Fouchus.
Okay. I think Rev will also bring that up, and then sort of after mentioning the place of power, will also say, and the unsleeping eye are stationed there, headed there as well.
As you discuss Fouchus and look at the map, I'm going to zoom in on this very large island off the west coast of the continent of the world. Those giant volcanoes, you guessed it. That's the place of power for Fouchus.
Okay.
So,
Oh, there is another
We-
one also, but it's under the sea.
under the sea.
There it is.
I feel like we decided that had to be last because that's the only way we'll survive it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sin sort of like frowns at the map and is just like, actually, above table, who had the vision of the burning trees?
I believe that was Nikita?
Burning trees?
Burning trees?
Which burning trees?
Is the trees on fire?
Trees on fire.
Denoting that potentially that the Amaria Wilds was in trouble?
I think that was Nikita.
Yeah.
I think.
I remember the crazy trees that like unlocked memories, but I don't remember the fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember too.
I think we were worried about when we were talking about the festering and like
Oh, we were talking about the forest easily getting set on fire because
Yeah.
of trees. And the festering is
Oh,
of
so
a
I'm just-
fire-oriented. Yeah, I was
made
like,
it up.
was there a vision? I wouldn't be surprised if I gave one
I-
of you a fucking vision of burning
I
trees.
made it
but,
up.
You know. Yeah, Moses? Question mark? Are you there? Burning
It's
bush?
feasible,
Anyone?
so that-
We're getting
Well,
biblical
yeah.
on Mistlost.
Burning bush
is after the chat.
Jonathan Frakes is just telling
We
me
agreed
to
not
shut
to.
up.
Not
A
Jonathan,
writer made it up.
not Jonathan Frakes. Jesus fuck.
It was false. A writer made it up. Alright. Yeah, so then pulling that back, Sin is just like, I do still think that they would more easily do damage in the Amoria Wilds than in Fouchus. There's just so much water that they can access. And he like sort of like gestures over the map, while the wilds, well,
it's more flammable. That's what... Maybe the wilds first, right?
Certainly seems easier to reach.
And we're gonna check in at home on the way, or we're gonna go directly there.
I don't see
Well-
the harm in checking in. Especially if they can give us things. Like, we maybe could ask if they know of any magic circles there, or in Fouchus if we need to go as well.
Speaking of
Oh.
magic circles, I know we got the one for Wintergate, but we also have the tree, correct?
Yes, you do have
That's
the
true.
Shinga's tree. You do have the circle for the Shinga's tree.
We do.
That would significantly cut our travel time. Sorry, I keep looking over you. My apologies.
No, I'm basically saying the same thing.
Sin and Dayu. Sharing the brain cell.
Oh, but did you? I looked to Nikita. But did you want to go see your home one more time? You know, before we maybe don't get a chance to see it for a while.
No, it's fine. I think our visit was enough. I'll visit it another time. Hopefully.
You will. I'll go with you if you want.
Thank you. We cleaned it though. We took care of it and it'll be fine for a little bit. So it's cold as fuck. And we
So we want to go back, meet up, get a tree transport down to the base of the mountain, and then begin the long walk home.
Where did we say that the
No, we
place
also
of
have
power
the
for Mario Wilds was?
we also have a circle for the tree in Okurai. We could just go there.
Side of
I'm
Oklahoma.
just wondering who's casting this, is what I'm trying to understand about the.
Oh, I'm sure my
music.
sister can.
Because it was my understanding it was the tree travel we're getting from the druids, and the circle is used for us in the future. Right? Because none of us can cast it?
We can cast it and yeah.
If you can cast a spell, I think it's if you can. I'll have to double check. I'm having a brain fart right now. But I think it was if you could cast the same level as the teleportation circle spell. I don't think you're quite there yet.
Next
You're
level.
all next
so
level.
we
You're gonna
can't
be
use
there.
it yet.
Oh,
So that's
that
kinda
reminds
why-
me. That reminds me. You all level up.
Oh. Well,
If you give me 2 minutes, I can cast the
So-
spell then, guys.
Now, I do want to point out though that teleportation circle is a one-time use
Yeah, I think Rev will bring up,
until
like,
you
I don't-
learn the actual spell and have it in your spell book, meaning the conch, the horn. Or I think you flavored it to being like an ocarina or something like that, or whatever it is. But the item you got in the very beginning of the game.
The flute that my boyfriend got me, and he was like, "I can get you a better gift." And it casually drops a wondrous item. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes. That is a one-time use. You can use it, absolutely. But you also have the ability to go to the druids, which we can fast forward to, because they're not that far. And if
and
you
it's
want,
sunny out.
it's up to you.
We're fine, right? No more surprise dragons.
We choose
Don't
to
say
walk
that out
into
loud!
the field,
I mean, if we get pushed down the mountain now, it just brings us closer to our goal, right? So
Exactly. It's fine.
too. We learn sledding.
You learn sledding, yeah.
Do we want to keep the scroll for like a emergency or
Yeah, like a rainy
I'd
day.
rather save it.
yeah?
Granted, it is not an
Seems
instantaneous spell.
See, there we
But
go.
if you get stuck somewhere, could be a good get out of dire straits.
Dodge.
If
Free
we know
freestyle.
if we know something is happening quickly, traveling quickly when we know about it might be more imperative than now when we're just using it frivolously.
And I can literally learn teleportation circle right now.
Oh, there's also that. It's up to you.
So it's
Yeah,
a question
we
of,
are
is that
at-
what you choose to do?
Yeah, I was
Do you
like,
want
we are
to go
at
back?
the level.
Do you want to go back to the settlement is really the ultimate question. Do you want to go back to the settlement and RP there, or do you want to go straight to Okurai?
I think we should get back to the druids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do.
We love our NPCs.
Yes.
Baby Tabaxi? How pregnant was she?
She's not that pregnant.
She's
Visibly, she was visibly with child, but not ready to pop any day kind of visible. Like probably in the middle somewhere. Don't ask me about technicalities. I've never had children before. I can't. I don't have the brain power to fucking recall like like different things.
Oh, you're so good. I was just
cat.
like, yeah.
So also she's a cat, and I don't know how that works either because I'm not a cat person normally. Anyway, you all a few days
one or a
pass.
litter.
We're just gonna keep going. You go back to the oh my god, excuse me. The druid camp. Oh my god, I'm having such a brain fart today. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's been a long day.
It's totally okay.
The Zareth, right? Zareth clan. God, I can't remember my own fucking lore right now. You go back to the Zareth clan compound where it's almost like they knew you were coming. And Ceylin is actually waiting for you at the gate. And she sees you all approach. She kind of very confidently, no fear, strides up to you all and like is like very specifically looking each of you over. Everybody's okay?
Right.
Amazing, honestly.
It was touch and go for a bit there, but we made it.
We fell down a hole.
What?
We ran into someone.
Someone?
We should tell them. We should tell them about the
Oracle.
Oh, that,
I meant the Knave Lord.
yeah.
I also thought the
yeah,
name Lord.
Oh, I thought the Oracle.
Or like
Yeah,
that,
no, we
the
should
Knave
definitely tell them
Lord.
about the Knave Lord. I mean, we've told them about the Knave Lord before, but we should tell them definitely about how the Knave Lord came by, tried to kill us, and then got torn away from us.
Which I think like we didn't really process because we were processing Nikita dying, but why did he disappear like that?
It's a good question.
Like the little like frog dancing, and then the little like umbrella pulling them out.
Oh my god. Just pull him off stage.
Yeah.
It's very much like that, yeah, but less comical. So you all sit down with the Archdruids and tell them about everything that happened? Do you tell them about what happened in the, did you tell them about what happened at the summit? Because if you don't
feel
say
like it's
anything, they'll ask
a little
about
hard
what
to
happened.
hide. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, oh, who was it that was super sus of you? Was it Loris? I think it was
Is that the
Loris.
brother-in-law?
No,
Yeah,
brother-in-law.
Loris is Ceylon's husband. I'm pretty sure I'm not mixing them up. He kind of looks at you, Revelation, and he looks you over and he goes, You're different now.
Quite a bit.
It's not about the looks.
No.
He's gonna hold his hand out to you.
She will take it.
I shouldn't have judged you so harshly. I'm sorry.
I don't know that I would go that far.
He shrugs.
Who was judging who?
It's Madras is the Salem's
yeah,
Oh,
husband.
is it Madras? It is at Madras. Okay. Loris is the other femme person, I think.
I have Loris Tiefling, but that's all I have.
Oh, Loris is the
With the
tiefling.
short tail.
Tarale. Okay, Ceylin is Sinark's sister. Loris is the tiefling. Tarale is the big bumbling our Goliath slash tiefling. Arendelle, I think, is the human, and Madras is the other tabaxi, who is married to your sister Salen.
I have Arendelle's the androgynous elven person. Is that wrong?
Maybe I didn't make one of them human. I don't remember at this point.
Okay.
My notes are here somewhere. I just don't know what page it's on. I'm sorry. Anyway, Madras is the one who says this to you. I think Loris is off scaring the kids somewhere, probably. Loris is very mischievous for an archdruid. He shrugs when you say that anyway, and says, whatever the case, it's different now. We all felt it, you know. Whatever happened up there during the meteor shower, all of us could feel that. It rippled through the entire mountain.
How did it feel to you?
He looks as though he wasn't expecting that question. He goes, strange, but almost like a good omen. It didn't feel wrong.
I hope it wasn't.
Everyone is seeing how cool you are now.
Rev sort of rolls her eyes playfully.
You also notice that, Sinark, you notice that Salen is wearing your scarf.
Yes.
You all have a conversation over a meal. They reinforce that they're more than happy to open a pathway through the trees to help you get back to Okurai quickly. That they're more than happy to do it. And when you tell them about the Knave Lord, they get pretty dire looks on their faces, especially when they notice the scar on Nikita's neck from when she was beheaded. And I think Salen, being the big sister slash mom that she is like, Dad, you did a good job, but do you feel okay? Are you... She's like looking you over.
I
Dying
don't feel
is
any
so
different.
traumatic, so, you know, I've done it once before as well. Do you need anything?
No, thank you. I'm okay. It's just
She nods.
traumatic.
Of course. You just need time to process. It takes a while, I would expect. It took me a while. She'll clap her hand on your shoulder, and she's got a strong grip for a little lady. You'll be all right. But
It would be. I feel like with everything going on, it's a good distraction.
it's also okay if you're not, though.
Time.
And she sees the look on Sin's face, and she was like, I was like 15. It was really dumb. I fell out. Never mind. I fell. I was doing a thing I shouldn't have done. Literally broke my neck. It was embarrassing. Listen, you know, they say cats always land on their feet. That's not true.
It isn't. I've broken my arm several times.
Yeah.
But never... He holds his own neck. Never my neck. And he's got like a
Yeah.
wild stare.
It's different when you're rock climbing, you know? But, you know, everything's fine. Still weird. Still traumatic. Because you remember. That's the weird part. Anyway, past is past. So, crazy guy in armor. We'll keep an eye out. You met an oracle? They all look at each other. That's crazy.
It was great.
She
That's
was
not
big,
normal.
so beautiful. Oh my god.
Tarale is like, I knew you guys were special. Finger guns.
So it's not normal to run into her on the mountain. Or I guess, do you not go up there and so you don't run into her?
I mean,
She said that she guarded access to the summit.
is that what she told you? That's funny. Who knew she was such a trickster? None of us have ever met her, but we know she's around. I think.
What do you know about her?
Saylin kind of is like, oh, she's an old legend here. I've seen her actually once, but she didn't come down. She'll actually go into her hut. Give me a second. She disappears into this hut. She comes back. And she's got a book. And the book isn't like a printing press book. It's not handwritten. Well, some of it's handwritten, but what you see inside when she opens up a particular page to you is like a charcoal kind of relief of stone carving depicting almost like not hieroglyphs, but like kind of like cave painting style carving type thing in stone you expect, or some kind of hard surface that's been charcoaled over to get the impression on the page. And you see a rudimentary image of a woman with 4 arms and a single eye. She's a legend. They say that she weaves the tapestry for Edem. She is his servant, his mouthpiece, his... I guess nobody's his companion. But
Gift giver.
the closest thing you'll get to Edem.
Did she tell you that, Sin?
Oh, yeah, did I not mention that? Sid sort of looks like a little like yeah, no. She mentioned that, the gift I got. From Edem. Well, from her, from Edem. Through her, yes.
I guess I just thought that they all know each other, and it didn't necessarily mean a connection.
At this point, it feels like a very complicated family tree.
Well, sounds like You're all very special. She kind of motions. There's something here. And it's almost like she's in a reverie for a second, but she kind of snaps out of it and she says, all right, enough chit-chatting, and I'm really not one for long goodbyes. I'm too pregnant to get this emotional. She just like hugs Sin. You be good, okay? Be safe.
Oh, the rest of these guys know I'll be the goodest.
And she kind of looks to Madras and she says, Can you take care of this? I'm feeling a little tired today. And he'll nod, of course. He'll give her a quick kiss on the cheek. And he'll say to the rest of you, not to kick you out, but you have a mission to do, so come with me. And he will lead you back to that tree with the white bark and the red leaves.
This is way better than having to walk all the way back.
Yeah, it is, he says over his shoulder. His tail swishing behind him. I think you get the sense he's happy he's been given a task and that Salen hasn't been like, I'm gonna do it myself. He leads you to this big tree in the center of the compound. Nikita, seeing it again is a little weird, but you don't get any flashes or visions or anything like that, but it makes you remember.
New feeling.
And he walks up, pulls the staff from its holster. It's kind of like it's like kind of slung over his shoulder. It's got like he's got like leather straps that he uses to have it over his shoulder. And he kind of unslings it from his shoulder. Kind of wraps the cord around his hand as he grips the staff. It is a gnarled branch that has hand carvings in it. And you can tell as you look closer at the staff that it is a family history of everyone who has wielded the staff before him. And he walks up to the tree. You see this light kind of spring green energy emanate from his palm into the staff, lighting up the carvings, and with his other hand places his palm against the bark, and you watch as impossibly, strangely, the tree opens itself. And you see on the other side of this strange portal that opens up amidst the splitting of the wood and the bark and the sap of this tree, a tree that is familiar potentially to all of you. A pretty large tree just outside of Okurai. And it is facing the main road leading to the gates of the Ringwalled City. Your home. And he says, well, time to step through, because I can only hold this for so long, so please don't dilly-dally. Don't make me do this twice, it's kind of a pain in the ass. Safe travels, everyone. The other archdruids are waving. Bye, safe travels. See ya. Don't let the tree hit you on your way out.
Take care.
Or runs from that joke.
Just to make sure, because Sin gets a little worried about that when he hears that, he has to like take his tail in his hand and when he like runs through, just in case.
One by one. Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Wait. I was gonna say before, because I have no idea. I cannot remember if we mentioned this before. Before I step through, I'm just gonna look at Madris and say, if we whatever we're gonna do, if we succeed, the Oracle said everything's gonna change forever. So you might want to be prepared for that. Because, your life is already changing forever, and you look like the type that would kick yourself in the ass if you didn't see this next one coming.
He'll nod to you when you say that.
Okay, bye. And
Okay, bye.
I hop out. I don't remember if we gave them that one ominous warning, Heike. So I'm like, let me just...
Yeah. I think he'll kind of process it, mainly because I'm not remembering that right now. I'm really brain dead today. He'll like absorb what you're saying, and he'll just kind of nod solemnly, like, yeah. We'll keep an eye. And he'll make sure you have room to step through. So one by one, each of you steps through the portal in this tree striding back home to the familiar, welcoming, beautiful night of the Vale. And I think that is a wonderful place to stop for the evening as our Mistlost crew steps onto the dusty road leading to the gates of Okurai. Back home one more time before we start reaching the last half of this journey. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for the raids and the follows. The things and the stuff. I certainly have words and things that brains do more frequently and better than I do today. Love you all. Thank you to my wonderful players. You are all incredible. As always, it is an honor and a privilege to weave this story with you. And we will see you next week. A little note about next week. It is my birthday week. Though Wednesday is not my birthday, we can kind of treat it like a pre-birthday stream on the 14th. And then on the 17th, depending on how I'm feeling, I'm hoping to do a little birthday stream leading up to our Vampire the Masquerade game over on Another World tabletop. So maybe I'll do a little birthday gaming and then kind of raid into Another World so you all can watch VTM and watch me be a scary snake lady with my witchy friend Sharmy over here. Yes, a hot snake lady. Lupe, Clan Ministry, and December of Clan Tremere, our own little girlie. So if you want to see me and Sharmy be evil vampires together, definitely check it out. We're definitely not going to get murdered by plant monsters, Aaron. If you're out there in chat. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys later. I'm terrible and exhausting, so we're not gonna do a raid. But there are plenty of folks raiding in the D&D category. If you need something to watch, I typically recommend Captain Robert. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Bye. Be good or don't.